Greetings again, viewers, and welcome again to another episode of this show. Last time we talked about why it is important to isolate oneself in efforts to break or to quit the habit of smoking, cigarettes, opium, and whiskey, and the rest of the drugs. And isolating oneself is very, very, very important. It is one of the major secrets in changing one's habits, one's lifestyles. So, you see, after isolating yourself, when you isolate yourself and you stay private for 12 hours or 2 days, see that you hide yourself during the daytime and you hide yourself 12, 24 hours, that is 2 days, 2 daylights, that is, in other words, that could be 48 hours, that is. So you stay away from the public, away from your friends, away from your normal lifestyles, people whom you spend and generate life with. You dodge them and go and hide yourself in your bedroom behind the curtain. The door's locked. The door locked and the door's locked and everything, the windows and everything closed to hide your own self, so that you don't leave out traces of your presence in the home. You see that? So when you do that, and you see, most of us got into this habit because of the influence of friends, the people around us. For myself, for instance, I got into it after getting into high school. When I was graduating from primary 7, I was joining high school, and I went and met guys there, people who are expelled from other schools for bad manners. To us, it didn't look like bad manners in any way. It was just normal, being westernized and trying to do what? You see that you are Western, trying to live the Western ways of life, trying to look like Napoleon. You see that Napoleon Bonaparte, the French general, and you are trying to look like Alexander the Great lifestyle. You want to look like Julius Caesar, the lifestyle, and you set a target in your life to become a king, and you want to do that. And you start trying to mold yourself and mold the air around you, the environment, everything to lead you into achieving your dreams. See that? So that way, you continue doing what you call this. Every child has there's talent, and there's talent and dreams. What to do, what you want to achieve in life. People have that kind of thing. People just want lifestyle. People just want prestige. People just want to look like to be at the top. To be at the top. Lifestyle must do what? Must fit the environment. Lifestyle speaks, not your mouth. When people see you with a cigarette, an expensive cigarette, they start cheering you. They know this one is a what? So that's how it's true. So for those people, the teenagers who are crossing from teenage to adulthood, they don't have an idea what this world looks like. To them, they think that is what does what. That's how this world looks. And when they get there, they go there head first, and to come back, it will be very, very hard. So that is it. In my case, I was an adolescent crossing from adolescence to teenage, and I got into it. and I started smoking. And I made friends, people walking. Then I became a chain smoker. And then other smokers started dodging. And you see that? So I became a chain smoker, and that is it. And you just cannot know what you are doing. So no one, no one after 18 years in this modern world can be lured by the advertisements or the effects of what goes on in the environment around them into smoking or opium or whiskey. You see that? It is very hard. Maybe in those ancient early times in history, but this modern world where I am right now, it is very hard to lure someone, to get someone to follow into that kind of lifestyle, smoking opium, smoking cigarette, and doing what? And doing that kind of life. This thing, we get into it, or we are fooled into that kind of lifestyle at adolescent age, or at a teenage when you are crossing into teenage, and you meet these people here, and you try, you may continue trying. It looks normal until you get where the adults are now, when you are experiencing the side effects or the harm that the tobacco or opium or whiskey does to your body. So that is how it is. And continuing from there, from where I left last time, isolating yourself helps you from sliding back. See that maybe you are sitting there and a friend hears that the week you've gone to the village for the what? For this or that. Oh, you are a friend, just friends visit. You see that they come to pick you. Let us go for a bottle or two, such and such our special, our favorite spot. Normally, it is usually, or normally it is very, very hard to turn down such offers from friends whom you generate a living together. It is very hard. So people who are used to, you know each other, you've been to school together, you've done people whom you spend most of your life together. It is very hard to turn their offers down. So when you hear, when they give you an offer, just one to warm up the what? To warm up the nervous system, and that one always leads to another, to another. There's always plenty enough money when you work together in groups like that. There's always enough money. There's sort of always enough whiskey or enough beers to get all of you drunk. So that's how it is. So when you don't do that, there's the risk of these guys coming in your way, becoming obstacles in your way, and when they can draw you back into where you're trying to come out of. So what we do here, we try to avoid all that, and we try to keep what we want in place in an as easy a way as possible. See that? As easy and comfortable way as possible, because if you do, it is very bad. Those friends, once they get you back, and perhaps you are a day old after breaking the links between you and the stick of cigarettes, the links between you and the opium or the whiskey. And when these people come and draw you back in those, it is usually very hard again to do what? To come out. It looks like normal. You see that? It looks like normal. So when you isolate yourself, that is the best way of breaking the spell, and that is the best way to break all the other influence, or to stop all the other environmental influences. You see that? Hmm? You see this, perhaps you see a cup of coffee, you're used to sipping a cup. Everything that makes comes, or everything in your environment that drives you into drinking whiskey, into be it what happens between you and the neighbors, be it the advertisements on the banners, on the walls, be it anything, the radio, be it the stress or anything, just hide yourself away for a week. See that? Without touching cigarette, and sincere friends who wish you good will be working between you, probably members of your family or hmm, members of your family will be working between you and the world outside. They bring you food whenever you want something. You talk to them. They help you for just 1 week. See that? You are not disabled. It's just for you are not you are not sick just for 3 to 4 to get break the spell. So that's how it is. That's why we do that. So after the next step, after isolating yourself from the rest of the world, then comes what? Then comes friends now, where your friends can do what? Will help you in need of. See that you should let your friends know that you have quit smoking, you have quit drinking whiskey, and you have quit everything that those fears of life. See that? So that when you go, so that they don't go and become an obstacle. See that? They are good friends, or you can change that. You can change the kind of friends, the friends who want to see that you go somewhere. People whom if you walked with, they will not drive you towards drinking, smoking, and all that. So that you can change them. You sit with people whom if you sat with, you will not get, they will not drive. Even if you felt an urge, even if somebody smoked from across the road and the wind brought the smell of cigarette where you are, the smell of cigarette can make you, can remind you of the sweetness of whatever it was you used to feel after smoke, when you smoked. That one alone, that one alone is enough to drive you back into doing what? Into smoking. See that? But slowly, after you've broken that, the links between you and the staff, then you start growing stronger, gathering power each and every day, a little and little power. When you go to town, you mix with people, and you come back to the slums and sleep the whole night till next morning. You've gained what? You become stronger, stronger and stronger. You work and operate and do stuff among people and go back home without touching a cigarette. The whole day you get stronger. You grow, you grow stronger and hard to fool now. Come a strong man, this air cannot fool you. The sense and sight and colors cannot fool you anymore. See that? So you get back and get stronger and stronger. So in this case, when you get a friend, you need a friend who will do what? You need friends who will help you do that. So when you walk with them among the people in the town, the supermarket, everywhere, in the football pitch, where you're going to enjoy the football, where you're going to socialize. See that? Where you do things with people. That's why it is worse. Where we do things with the people, football, movies, and everything, marketplace, those social centers. That is where now you get a what? You need a friend. That's where the help of friends now is very, very important in your effort to stop what to quit it using those things. So you get there, your friends, you tell them well that I want to stop and I don't want to go back to smoking, I don't want to go back to drinking, I don't want to go back to doing this or that. I want to stop and stop for good. So now you tell your friends. Hmm? You're telling your friends. Hmm? You tell them not to allow anyone to give you cigarette, whiskey, or what. They will help you. You tell them in advance before this procedure. You lay it down, and you need friends, and you plan it to your friends, so that you don't get carried away with what. Hmm? Confused. You see, every morning we are human beings. Every morning when you wake up in good moods. Then you meet your neighbor at the doorstep. It changes your moods. It changes your day. Or she changes your day, and you go to work. A different man or a different woman. You see that? But a different man or a different woman. Whether you like it or not, you cannot control that. You see that? So that's it. So we need friends, people who walk around, people who will be telling the environment, people around. My friend has quit smoking, and I don't want you to give them cigarettes anymore. See that? Or if you are, yeah, there are other places, there are other organizations that help smokers to quit, help people to quit drinking or getting drunk, or yeah, they give them badges, and the entire country or state has been warned. If you see anyone wearing this badge, don't give them what? Whiskey. Don't give them whiskey or cigarette. So they do that. They tell them, don't give this people. That way, it's a better. That is what. But if you are someone who is doing it at home, you just have 2 or 3 friends. Now that is the third, fourth day. About the fifth day now, you are doing what? You've grown strong. Even if you ate whiskey, it's not whiskey. Sorry, if you drank coffee, you would not need. It will not drive you into wanting to smoke a cigarette. Even if you drank a cup of tea, yeah, even if somebody passed before you smoking a cigarette, the sense and smoke will not drive you into remembering that. Even if it reminded you that the past, but you cannot go there involuntarily. You go there, you decide whether to go there or not. You see that? So that way, you need friends. You need someone to help you. People whom you work with, people who will be telling the environment no when they want to do you bad, when they want to offer you now a dozen packets of cigarettes for free for you to smoke, if money was the problem, or a dozen liters or 20 liters of whiskey, a dozen bottles of whiskey you want to smoke, they want. That's where friends come in. Otherwise, you can be driven with you see that the environment can lure or can fool you. I don't know how we can can pronounce that in English, vocabulary, English, yeah, verbs and nouns, but friends can drive you. See that when people whom you spend life with, people whom you spend most of your life with, art can easily draw you back into that place, or can fool you. See that, oh, let me eat, oh, let me smoke on this one, so let me throw only this one thought, and tomorrow I'll not go. That's that kind of foolishness. It is in us. We are humans. You get yourself fooling yourself and slowly going back to what? Yeah? Slowly going back to the habit again. So that is how it is. Friends need to help you walk in the right kind of groups, work with the right kind of people who can help you do what. So after that, after now this 50th day, you work with them for 2 or 3, 4 days, and you walk well, the whole town. See, try to those social centers, trying to tell those guys, I don't want to smoke, I stopped smoking, Ambudi has quit smoking, Ambudi has quit smoking, and everyone knows. Now they will not see that, they will not fool you. you will not, they will not be able to lure you back into smoking because they will not even ask you to smoke. So, so that is how it is, and that's all that we have for today. I'll be back next time with more of this in the next episode. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.